The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
Rabbi Shimon Spitzer said an unbelievable story, and he said that there was a man who, whatever he was caught, he tried to finagle something, and he was arrested, him and a few others, and they were in a difficult trial. They went through all the Gehenna of a trial and everything else, and it came to sentencing. When it came to sentencing, it was a davar pella. The other people got off mamish kamat scot-free. The prosecutor gave them what's called like a sweetheart deal. One guy got community service, the other guy got 3 months, the other guy got probation. And he got 3 years. 3 years, no parole. So why am I different than them? He couldn't. When I say he was there, so he had a lot of time to think. So he said, as he was sitting there, he was thinking, why did this happen to him? Why? The other ones didn't have it. How could it be that it happened to him? What's pshat? And slowly he began to think. And then he said, you remember the story by the Chavetz Chaim, this week's Parsha, called Almana v'Yasem Leisa Anan, that there was a man, he had houses, and there was an Almana, she didn't have money to pay the rent. And he wanted to throw her out, but no one had cheshik to evict her because she's an Almana. So what did he do? He took the roof off, literally came with a hammer and nails, took the roof off. She had no choice, she had to leave. And the Chavetz Chaim said, the Eibush is not going to forget that. He said, okay, we'll see. And years went by, nothing happened. Like 25 years went by. I remember hearing the story from Rabbi Fischel Schachter when I was in this class. And all of a sudden this man was bitten by a rabid dog. And he was terribly, terribly sick. And he was lying and he died on the street. Nobody wanted to touch him. They were scared they would catch the disease. It rained on him, it poured on him. Mamash mida keneged mida. And his father had to come and bury him. So this Yid sitting in prison said, he was thinking back, he used to manage real estate. And he said there was Taka Almana, she didn't pay the rent, she didn't pay the rent. So at one point, he went and he changed the locks on her house. She went down, he took her little pots, whatever she had, he just pushed it out. Whether he had an eviction notice, he didn't have an eviction notice, he pushed it out. And he said she came back and the doors were locked and all the neighbors had such rahmanas on her. She was dying of embarrassment. And he said, that must be the reason I got these 3 years. And Ulay was 3 years that he was trying to get her out, something like that. So he got a hold of her and he called her to ask her mechila. And she said, no, I can't be mechli. And he begged her, said, I'm sitting here, I was 18 months already, I'm sitting here in prison. He said, my wife is also an almana now. And he cried so hard that she's a fat Yiddish, she had Rahman Asam, she said, okay, I'm mechli. I promise you, I'll take care of you if I come out. And then he said, fine. She said, I'm mechli. And the next day, a burly guard came in and said, so-and-so, get up. They usually meant you're being transferred. Nobody wants to be transferred to a different prison. He finally has his ins and outs. And they said to him, you're going home. What? Turned out that that's how it is. Sometimes if they don't have enough place in the prison, and the next guy's coming in, and he killed 10 more people than you did, they let you out. That's how it goes. But that's how it was. The next morning, he all of a sudden, he was home. He was home the next day. But he saw it very clearly.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org